Brothers and sisters on 153news.net, I hope you're doing well. Hope you guys are blessed. And I want to point out a couple of things here because this is a site of truth. And I've never done any preaching on this site, and I try not to. I try not to even discuss religion at all because everybody that comes on has a various, everybody has found the way to be saved. Everybody has by now figured out where they want to go with their spirituality. But with everything in our lives, absolutely everything, we have been lied to. We have been put into a place where we don't actually have to go out and read the actual manuscripts for the scriptures because we have been spoon-fed from a pulpit all of our lives. And unfortunately, just like with everything, with NASA, with the deceptions of the world, with COVIDs, with everything out there, right? You have been lied to in religion. And people will say, oh, Jason, our God does not care what we eat. It doesn't matter what we eat. And when you read the Bible from the front to the end, it is very clear that in Leviticus 11, it gives us dietary laws that are meant to keep us alive. And so when I'm talking about the pig-eating, Sunday worshiping Christians, Christianity and all religions in suit have decided upon the wrong day of keeping the Sabbath, according to the Bible. Now, a lot of you don't care. A lot of you guys, you're not into religion. You're not into God. That's great. That's good. We all have to find our way, the way that we have found. But if we are sitting here supposedly preaching from a book and we are preaching it in lies, that's a problem. And this is something right here. Guys, this is extremely important. And I found another bug because Syke and I are going back and forth again. And Syke is a Christian. He's a Jew Christian. He worships to the north, is what he said. And I'm picking on him. We are here for the truth. Right? And so when if you want to follow the Bible, let's follow the Bible. If you want to follow something else, then let's just follow something else. But if we're here discussing the Bible, then let's do that. Right? And so when there's the bug right here, somewhere in that last post, Syke replied, and I don't know where this is. Somewhere on the other code, it's not there. But it is in Syke comments. So I sent this over to our coder and I said, hey, where is this comment? And it says, it is not that which enters in through the mouth that makes a man filthy, but that which comes out from it. You stand upon a foundation of sand, Jason. Okay, people, this is why I say I don't get enough credit for the bullcrap that I get to take on day after day after day. Because I don't delete comments. People sit here and they'll rag on me and they diss me and they call me shills. They call me all sorts of stuff. But let's look at what the truth is. Now, he's quoting out of Mark chapter 7. Now, it says that, and this is the Christian conundrum right here. It says, it is not that which enters in through the mouth that makes a man filthy. So what he is, when I said the pork-loving, Sunday worshiping Christians aren't going to make it, when you eat pork, according to the Bible, it is an abomination to our Creator, and he's really upset about it. So let's find the truth in this. Let's head over here, and people that the Sefer is just another translation of the same Bible everybody reads. I read in the King James, I read in NIV, the ESV, I read in everything. But let's read this together because these have the old names that are put back into order. Listen to this and tell me, folks, if this is about making pig cling. This is the problem where the Christians are so lazy, they won't even read this. They have no idea what this even says. Mark 7:1. Then came together unto him the Parishim, which are the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes that came from Jerusalem. And when they saw some of his Talmudian, which are the disciples, eat bread with defiled, that is to say, with unwashen hands, they found fault. For the Parishim and all the Yahudim, except they wash their hands oft, eat not, holding the tradition of the elders. Guys, right out of the gate, these Pharisees came and started attacking our Messiah, Yahushua HaMashiach, and said, hey, look, he's like, why are your guys washing with unwashed hands? Now, that may seem like this is something that is in the Bible, but it's not. There is absolutely nothing in these scriptures that say we must wash our hands before we eat. Nothing to do with it, right? This is not in that. It is in their Talmud, right? Their evil Jewish satanic Talmud. Verse 4, and when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not. And many other things there be, which they have received to hold, as the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels, and of tables. Then the Parashim and scribes ask him, why walk not your Talmudian according to the tradition of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands? So a second issue has arisen, friends. And they're saying, look, okay, so you don't wash your dishes, you don't wash your hands. Now you're eating bread with unwashed hands, right? And to these guys, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, who are not law keepers of our Creator, they have pulled in all the Jewish, Talmudian, Babylonian mysticism and all their evil stuff. They can molest little children. It's really, really sick. So they ask him a second time, right? And this is why you must not be lazy and you must read things in context. He answered and said unto them, well, has Yeshayahu, and that is Esaias, and is Yeshayahu prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, this people honors me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Now, if you tell people that our Creator hates it when you eat unclean food because it could make you sick and it defiles you and he doesn't want you sick, they laugh, they scoff, and they're like, it's not what goes in a man that corrupts him, right? So far, he has not said all unclean food has been made clean. Listen, verse 7, howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. Guys, this is what it has always been about. We are not to have the commandments of men. We are not supposed to be worshiping on Sundays. We're not supposed to have Christmas and Easter and all these pagan holidays and things of this nature. Guys, if we're looking for the truth, this is the truth. Verse 8, for laying aside, they're not keeping the Torah of Elohim, right? The commandment of Elohim, ye hold the tradition of men as the washing of pots and cups and many other such like things ye do, right? And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of Elohim, of God, that ye may guard your own tradition. Guys, this is not about clean food or anything of the sort. For Moses, you guys know him as Moses is Moshe, said, honor your father and your mother, and whoso curses father or mother, let him die the death. But ye say, right, the Pharisees and Sadducees and the traditions of men, if a man shall say to his father or mother, it is Corban, that is to say a gift, by whatsoever ye might be profited by me, he shall be free. And ye suffer him no more to do aught for his father and mother. This is yet another commandment. He's going over a list right here, right? First they accused him of pots and pans and hands, and then of bread. And then he comes back and says, look, when you guys, because in the Torah, we are supposed to basically help our fathers and mothers. We're not supposed to put the old in nursing homes. We're supposed to be, it's supposed to be a close-knit family is what it should be. And so they have these little commands that make all of this, basically these people don't have to take care of their mother and father by offering the gifts, the Corban gifts and things. And they've made changes to the Torah, and this is what it has all been about. From the beginning of the book to the end of the book, it says, if you want to be a child of God, you keep commandments for all times. And that's what it is. And people are like, well, the commandments are hard. They're hard. This is the law. You don't want to go under the law of Moses or the laws of Abraham. Guys, there's nothing wrong with it. It makes you a good person. It makes you, it's not salvation. Salvation begins at the tree. It begins with Yahushua HaMashiach, or most people know Jesus the Christ. So, verse 13, making the word of Elohim of no effect through your tradition which ye have delivered, and many such things like ye do. Things do ye. Sorry. And when he had called all the people unto him, he said unto everyone, hearken unto me, every one of you, and understand. Listen, verse 15, there is nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him. But the things which come out of him, those are they that defile him. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. Guys, this has to do with all of these evil things that these Pharisees and Sadducees were doing. Their hearts were corrupted, right? He says it's not what goes in a man that corrupts him, right? If you think this is what makes all food cling, then why don't you drink some poison? Or why don't you eat a dead corpse? Or that is the thing, is the Bible has defined what food is. It has defined it in Leviticus 11, and I believe it goes all the way to the end of the Bible. And everybody is there's a couple guys that are preaching a doctrine that is contrary to the Bible. And I'm always going to call them out. Guys, there were no J's in Hebrew. A Jew, a Hebrew man who came up in the line of Yehuda, which is Judah, would not have been called Jesus. It's Joshua with a Y, Yahushua, right? And why is that important? Why are keeping the commandments important? Because when you have lazy Christians that all they do is fall on one verse and they want to live in sin because it's all about grace. It's all about grace. It's all about grace. When you literally sit down and read the Bible, it is nothing about grace, grace, grace. It is not what we have been led to believe. And if we're trying to tell the truth, if we are keeping things truthful, that is the truth. And why is this important, guys? Well, it's important because in the book of Revelations, it talks about the people who are actually saved during these end times, right? There's a people who are saved, right? And it's not going to go down well. The book of Revelations clearly says most of us die. Most of us die. But here is the patience of the Kadeshim. And the Kadeshim are the saints, the people who want to keep the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator. Listen, here is the patience of the Kadeshim. Here are they that guard the commandments of Elohim and the faith of Yahushua, right? So right here at the end of the Bible, it tells us the two pieces of this recipe that you must have to make it to the next level, per se. And this is what it has. And guys, I don't preach here. I have 2 YouTube channels and I'm preaching all day long on the YouTube channels. My family preaches on the YouTube channels. We preach from the Bible. We teach what we have read, and we are trying to help other people learn, because I came from Christianity. I spent 35 years in that thing, and I probably doomed more people to hell thinking I had them saved. Then when I read the Bible, it was not what I had learned. And guys, it's easy to sit here and fight it out, and oh yeah, it's easy to live in grace. Right? Oh, Jason, you're a heretic. Oh, Jason, this is some new religion. Or Jason, you're not taking the grace of our Messiah. Guys, it does not matter what I am doing. It matters what the Bible says. And I am parroting exactly what the Bible says. So, guys, I hope you're good. I hope you guys can see the truth on this. I'm not going to preach on 153news.net. You guys can check out my YouTube channels if you want to actually get my teachings and things of that nature. Much love to everybody out there. I do love y'all, and I hope you are good.